Peace, peace, peace. Bismillah. Jasper is also in the building today. How's everyone doing? Outside once again. It's been a while since I've been out here, but it's been raining a little bit, so it's cooled off. And I made sure that my phone would be in the shade so that it wouldn't overheat and start acting crazy and stuff. But I see a couple of people are in here. Let us not waste time. If you want to let yourself be known that you're in the building, let me see who's here so far. Muhammad Sadek, Salam, Kifja. Hope all is good. All is good. I hope all is good with you as well. Who else is in the building? Jaman GH, peace, peace. Bizu, Anthony Brown, Simone Sammy, Romani, Dallas Kid, Denise Williams. What's going on, everyone? Azim Lit, peace, peace, peace. Carla Palafox, hi Zewdy, I've been watching you for years since your covers. Hope you're great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am great. I'm doing well. Farah Hassan says, Salam Konjiye. Peace, peace, salam. Peace, Chris. Oh, my people are here. All right, so you know, we can't get started until we give thanks to our Creator. So let us do that. Let us give thanks to our Creator, Allah, God, for this opportunity to experience and witness His marvelous creation, and for allowing us to come together and connect for a higher purpose, addressing the current state of things, but rising above and transcending the chaos of this wicked world. Finding balance, being uplifted, and getting grounded. All right, so how's everyone feeling today? How's everyone doing? Let's see. Majorly detailed, so good to be in the Zen zone. I'm glad to see you're back. Gerald Gibson says, can you explain what inspired your change spiritually? I can. Well, I'll say that I felt something needed to change in my life because I didn't really have much of a spiritual upbringing or foundation, though I will give some credit to my aunt Cookie Tehetana, who lives a Rasta lifestyle, and so she did her best to teach me and share with me the principles that she lives by, and a lot of the things that she taught me, they stayed with me like seeds deep within the soil of my spirit and my mind. And you know, for those of you that don't know, I'm a Muslim in the Nation of Islam, and a lot of what we believe in the nation is aligned with what Rastas believe philosophically and scripture-wise. So yeah, I have to give her credit for that, because if you could say that I had a spiritual, any type of spiritual like influence, I would say it was my aunt, because you know, I wasn't raised to believe in God or be in any religion at all. So as I got older, I was searching and just looking for what made sense to me, what resonated with me spiritually. And when I was introduced to Islam through the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, under the leadership and guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, that was the first time that something actually like clicked when I was introduced to it, or when I was starting to study it because other things made some sense. Like I looked into some aspects of Buddhism, um, but it just, there was something still missing. So yeah, when I was introduced to the Nation of Islam and these teachings, it was the first time that spiritually I became very thirsty. Like, I need to know more about this. And I just kept studying. I kept getting materials. I kept watching lectures of Minister Farrakhan on YouTube, and it was really feeding my spirit. And I was like, wow, this is what I've been looking for my whole life. This is what I've been missing. So that is, in a nutshell, what inspired my change spiritually. I knew that I needed something at a certain point in my life, and yeah, I found what I was looking for. So praise be to Allah. Let's see, I saw some other people in the building. Ethio Max. Hey Zewdy, what's good? Let me ask you a question. I'm a big fan of yours from Boston. Is there any chance you go to Ethiopia and make music? I mean, I don't have to go to Ethiopia to make music. I can make music here, and I'm planning on some things. I'm working on getting some equipment so that I can eventually create like a in-home studio. So that is a goal of mine, and if anybody would like to assist me with that, um, I have an Amazon list that's in the description of my videos, that has some equipment that I'm saving towards getting. And also you can always monetarily contribute, because that will go towards those types of things. Speaking of which, I'd like to give a shout out to who donated monetarily within the last week, and I just saw that Jamond, who is in the building, has donated. So thank you, brother. I really appreciate your contribution. Let's see, Rosie, is that how you say it? Rosie A. Hello, hello. Amharic and also introduce Ethiopia. I'm not really sure what you mean, but I don't speak Amharic. That's why in my song Into the Night, there's only like a tiny bit of Amharic in there. I had to be taught that and then, put it in the song. But I don't speak it, so it would be difficult for me to come up with a song with Amharic, unless I collaborate with an Ethiopian artist and they write the Amharic lyrics for me. But yeah. All right, so I got a couple of topics here in my book that were submitted, and if anyone else has any questions or things that you want to discuss, please leave them in the chat box and we'll get to those. The 3 topics that I have right here, they're pretty deep. They can oh, Omega says, your scarves are lit, girl. Show us your ways. LOL. We would love to see some lifestyle videos if you ever have time. Teas, herbs, skincare, looks, etc. Oh my gosh. Yes. I would love to create that kind of content for you all. I just got to get organized and do it, because I have so much potential content that I could give you all, and I just need to do it. I just need to. I have skincare. I have a skincare journey. I can show y'all what my skin used to look like, and what it's looking like now, where it's virtually blemish free almost. But yeah, I would love to do that. So thank you for your suggestion, because that is more motivation to actually get it going. Yeah, I can show you guys how I tie my scarves in different styles, turban and down and all that kind of stuff. All right, so I think the first thing I want to talk about that was brought up deals with diet, or your food regimen, and fasting, because these are things that are very important to me, but really important in life. And I think the older we get, we should really start taking it more seriously. but the earlier you do, the better it is, you know. Inshallah, I will be 30 this Saturday. Saturday, July 4th is my birthday. And when I tell people how old I am or how old I'm going to be, it's hard for them to believe it. And yes, I can give partial credit to genetics because my family, they look good, you know what I'm saying, even as they get older. But it's also because of my lifestyle and the foods that I eat and my water intake and all that kind of stuff. So I did want to talk about that. So for basics, I eat. Michael Holt says happy birthday. Thank you. It's almost time. And if you were here last week, I talked about what I want from everyone, which is not like a physical anything, but I'll mention it again later. What I want from everyone. It's just an action. So my diet, I follow the guidelines of How to Eat to Live, which was written by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So what that entails is eating one meal a day between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. And that's every day. Trust me, you're not gonna starve. As you can see, I'm alive and well. And I strive to eat the best foods, prepared and cooked in the best manner, eat at the best time. Personally, I am a vegetarian, so I don't eat any meat. Normally, I do consume some dairy, but right now, personally, I decided to go on my own kind of cleanse type of thing where I started with just fruits and now I've started implementing low and no starch vegetables. So it's kind of like a vegan fast slash cleanse, just to see how it will affect my body for a period of time. So maybe like a month or two. But that's just a special thing that I decided to do. So let's see. Dairy is worse than meat. I don't know well, why do you say that? Because the dairy that I consume, when I do consume it, I strive to get raw. So raw milk that has not been pasteurized or homogenized, and do the boiling here at home. And if I, get cheese or something like that, get cheese that was made from raw milk, as we've been taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And honestly, that kind of dairy does not affect me the way that regular store-bought dairy does. Like, most humans are lactose intolerant, but when I have raw milk, I don't experience those symptoms or those effects as I do if I were to consume pasteurized, homogenized milk and such. So aside from eating one meal a day, also every month for 3 days, I fast from food. So the first Thursday of the month, I will have my last meal that evening, and then I won't eat food again until the following Sunday. So during that time, I'll have water. I may have some kind of herbal tea or my bio coffee, but that's it, no food. And this month, tomorrow I will take my last meal, and then I won't eat again until Sunday. I'm thinking to just do water, like not even do tea or coffee. So, and fasting is really good for you because your body needs a break from consuming all this food. Not only is digesting food hard on your digestive system, especially if you're eating multiple times a day, but whenever you eat, you're always consuming different things. Yes, in vegetables and fruits, you get good things, your minerals and vitamins, but you're also getting little amounts of things that are not good for you that you can consider poisons or toxins. And so it's good to cleanse regularly. So at least once a month is a good thing to do. And you can do it more often if you so choose, but at least once a month is good maintenance. And the more often you do that, if you do it regularly and you're eating, less throughout the day, one meal a day, no snacks in between, you'll see that it will affect your overall health and energy. Like personally, I rarely ever get sick. I rarely ever become ill with a cold. I never get the flu and things like that. I thank Allah that I haven't, been infected with COVID or anything like that. Um, but I take the proper precautions to ensure that I stay healthy. And if there's anything that you can do to enhance your health, I think it's worth it, especially if it's natural. Um, I also want to talk about different kinds of fasting, because there are different kinds of fasts. You can do a water fast where all you do is consume water for that time period. Some people do juice fasts or juice cleanses, and those are sometimes people want to do that when they're trying to rid themselves of specific toxins or things that they have taken in. And there are certain elements within the fruit or vegetable juices that enhance the detoxing experience, that enhance the process. Because water will still do it, but these juices might help to cleanse you faster of maybe like heavy metals and other kinds of impurities that you may have taken in. Let's say that you had to go to the doctor and you had to consume something and you want to cleanse yourself of that thing. Or if you have certain conditions, juice cleansing may assist in cleansing your body more thoroughly than just water for a shorter period of time. But yeah, water, when you're drinking water, all you're consuming is the water, the H2O. So you might not be able to do it as long because your body isn't intaking sustenance. I mean, you can go days without eating any food. But you can definitely go longer on a juice cleanse because within the juice, you have more sustenance, you have more energy, you have calories. So you can last longer doing a juice cleanse than water. But yeah, those are some differences. Let me see what y'all are saying here. All right. Rosie says, yay, been a fan since you made that song, your own version, Bob Marley, I Don't Want to Wait. Oh, thank you. Majorly detailed. I need to learn about that bio coffee. Oh yeah, I could talk more about that too. Live from NYC says, we are the only species that consumes dairy past infancy. Yeah, I know. That's very true. And we are the only species that decides to consume dairy from another animal other than, human breast milk. But I wouldn't say that in itself is a determining factor as to why we shouldn't consume it, because when you look at other animals, other species, and the different things, their different eating habits or lifestyles, I just don't see how those things compare. I used to think like that though, I'm not gonna lie, because I did the vegan thing for about 1.5 years, and I'm not gonna lie, I did miss dairy. I tried the vegan alternatives and most of them were trash, just being honest. Especially because I don't mess with soy. And all the good tasting like cheeses and stuff were made with soy, and I was just like, nope, I'd rather consume dairy. But there are it's like the way that dairy is processed and the way that a lot of people consume it is just really excessive, because yes, it is a mucus producing thing. So if you're gonna eat a whole bunch of dairy, like, you're gonna clog yourself up. Like, it's not something that's meant to be consumed the way that it is. Like, it's so, I mean, I like pizza just like anybody else, but when you think about it, what is pizza? It's a slab of bread with some tomato sauce and just mad cheese on it. Like, that's not nutrition, that's not food. That's just something that tastes really good, but it's not good for you, you know? Yeah. Kuf Ja says, love the background though, it's amazing. Thank you. This is part of my garden, you know. I'm very pleased with it. I can show you some updates on my plants because many of them have been flowering now because it is really summer. Live from NYC says, I personally think it messes up our pH balance, and since it's not meant for us, but I'm no expert. I agree, saturation of anything is bad. Right.
Zewdy!
Oh, what's going on?
What's up, baby? What you was in your meditation?
No, I'm on live right now.
Okay. Well, we was passing. We had to stop and pay our respect.
Yes, absolutely. I love you guys.
I love when you back, babe.
All right, see you next time.
Yes, ma'am.
Those are my former neighbors. They used to live next door to me. They moved somewhere else around the corner, but when I first moved here, they were so sweet to me. Like, I remember I was sitting on my steps and they came over to greet me and stuff, and they just gave me stuff. They gave me like a bag of coffee, some raisins, and they were just so kind and sweet. So, you know, I'll always love them, and it's good to see them whenever they come by. And I like being friendly with my neighbors, and that's one of the benefits of the quarantine. Like, since a lot of people have been home more often, I've been more, you know, communicative with the people directly around me, which is cool. Oh, look who's here. Hey, Jasper. I mean, he been here, but he was at my feet. So, okay. Sorry about that. That little interruption. Hi, Adis Daily. Major League Details say, gotta love good people. I know, right? Kifja says, good to have kind people around you. It makes life easier. It does. You know, it's pleasant. And if you have no issues with people, why not just be kind and be friendly? It's the best way to be. I'm second guessing that bowl of cereal now, for real. I mean, cereal honestly it tastes good, but it ain't really nothing. It's just fortified wheat crunchy stuff. You know, the best things that we can eat are fresh fruits and vegetables cooked, and not so much that you cook all of the nutrition out of them, but vegetables are a lot tougher, like raw, on our digestive system. So it's good to cook them a bit, you know, if you steam them or saute them, boil them, depending on what kind of vegetable it is. But yeah, so that was the diet and fasting topic. How about shuro? Shuro's great. Shuro is good. I need to make some. It was hard to quit Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I bet. That was one of the tasty ones. Yeah, I think that's like a favorite of a lot of people. I'm not really a cereal person though. Like, I grew up eating a lot of cereal and I loved them, but now I don't eat in the morning, so I don't even really think about breakfast food. So I'll just tell you guys what I've been eating the last few days. So at first I was doing just fruits. So I would make smoothies with like banana, strawberry, blueberry, grapes, and sometimes I would switch out the banana and do an avocado since it also has a thick consistency. And I may add some sunflower seed butter in there. And instead of using any kind of like milk or water for the smoothie, I use coconut water. That coconut water I was drinking like 2 videos ago, it's perfect. It's like the perfect smoothie liquid because it has flavor, but it's not overpowering, but it still has like a sweetness to it. And it's more flavorful than water and milk. So don't forget, Zewdy told you, put coconut water in your smoothies. Especially, well, I don't want to shout this brand out because they not paying me. But there's a specific brand of coconut water that I would suggest. I'm gonna just say that it kind of turns pink. It looks pink because of the level of antioxidants in it. So if you see coconut water and there's like pink when you go to the store, hopefully it's the same brand. But I'm not shouting them out until I get some kind of ambassador deal with them. Let's see. I don't eat breakfast because I'm not trying to use a public restroom in the middle of the day. I hear that. I mean, yeah. I hope everybody's regular. Like, when you go to the restroom, I hope you all are regular. Drink your water. Drink, a good amount of water every day. I heard that, I don't know if this works for everyone, but I hear that drinking half of your weight in ounces is a good amount of water to drink daily. Like if you weigh 100 pounds, to drink 50 ounces of water. Dallas Kid 100 says, I have the minister's lecture on my schedule. Happy early birthday, Zewdy. Thank you. Thank you. I might as well go ahead and say it now. For my birthday, which is July 4th, this Saturday, all I want from you all is to tune in to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He's speaking at noi.org at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Central, and 11 a.m. Eastern. So he's going to be addressing the public. It's a message to the world, and considering all of the things that are happening in this world, from COVID and the quarantine to the police brutality and the uprisings to just everything that's going on worldwide. If you recently saw that the Iranian government is calling for the arrest of Trump, which is pretty crazy because, war has seemingly been brewing, and there's a lot that is going to happen in the next coming months. And I know that whatever the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has to say, if we listen to what he has to say and take heed to the message, to the guidance, that we will get through to the other side of this mess of a world. So, I really just, that's all I want. All I want for my birthday is for my people to tune in to Minister Farrakhan. No matter what your religious background, your race, your persuasion, your whatever. Because what he has to say is for all of us. And I'm telling you, from my personal experience with him, listening to him and taking instructions from what he said, applying his guidance and wisdom to my life, has literally transformed my life in a myriad of ways and really saved my life. And that's why I'm so adamant about this. That's why I really want you all to tune in, because I know that what he has can benefit whoever listens. You know, I'm not like trying to make you become a Muslim or whatever. You know, you do what you want with your life. But please listen to the minister. Please. This Saturday is very important. Okay. Definitely going to watch. Farrakhan has spoke on a logical level, always spoke on a logical level. Yes, because he deals with the facts. He deals with science, he deals with mathematics, and he deals with spirituality. And we need to know that all of those things belong together. A lot of people think that they don't, but if you really understand spirituality, spirituality is mathematics. Islam is mathematics, and mathematics is Islam. Hey, Jasper. Ugh. Hi. Say hi to the world. Okay. Okay, Majorly Detail says, I'm not trying to be anxious about what's in store, like in the world, that I don't know. Minas Zerai says, Zewdy, peace, peace. Kifja says, Zewdy, keep it up. You're an amazing woman, but got to go. See you next time, and happy early birthday. I'll be in tune. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in as long as you did. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and I hope to see you again soon in the Zen Zone. Mohammed Sadek, do you enjoy Ethiopian songs? Not really. I don't listen to Ethiopian music because I don't understand the language. So I think that they sound beautiful, but I don't know. I can't really connect on that level because I don't understand what's being said. But I'll get back to that. But about, Saturday, I think it's really good to just, I think it's important to be informed, but not so much to the point where you're taking in news all of the time that is instilling fear and, anxiety and those kinds of things. That's partially why I decided to launch the Zen Zone, because I think it's important to talk about the current events and what's happening in our world, but not to allow those things to overwhelm us and to scare us into stagnancy or, just not doing anything. Because even as crazy as things appear and uncertain as things look, the truth is things are always uncertain. Honestly, we really don't know what tomorrow brings. We never do. It's just that, when things go the same way most of the time, like every day, we just feel more secure. But the truth is that we never know. We never know what's going to happen the next day. So I would say I think it would be really good to tune into the minister, because he can help us put all of this stuff into perspective. How to really look at it through the lens of such a divine, profound man who has, he's been speaking on the things that are happening now for quite some time, because he knew that it was only a matter of time that these things would happen. But, I don't feel anxious about anything other than, like, I'm just anticipating what the minister has to say, because I'm ready to take some instructions to help me move forward in my life and how I can be a better helper, a better servant of my people and my family, and just how to keep progressing. But I'm not afraid, because I feel very secure in my connection with our Creator. I feel that I've been doing my best to take heed to the guidance and to really feel that connection and know that it's gonna be okay, even if it doesn't look that way. Just having faith that it will be, and that helps me to like keep my vibes high. I don't be stressing. I don't be worried. You know. And whenever I do feel some negative emotion, I don't let myself stay there. I'm able to process that emotion and allow it to dissipate or transmute it into something positive. So I believe that listening to the minister on Saturday will be a help for that sort of thing. If you want to be able to rise above your emotions. So yeah, did I miss anything? I'm drinking coconut water right now. Harmless Harvest. Oh yeah, that's the brand right there. Okay. Muhammad Sadek said, "It is not difficult to learn the lyrics of a song and add a melody from yours. I think it will be successful." Yeah, but I think also I would really have to have the desire to do that. And while I think it would be a good idea, I'm not necessarily into that right now. Like, I want to make music, but English is my first language, and that's the language that I communicate best with. So that's what I want to do. I want to create music in English. Yeah. And for those, I don't know if you all were here earlier, I was talking about working on creating an at-home studio so that I could have the equipment right at my fingertips, literally. So I'm working on getting some things. I have an Amazon wish list if anybody would like to help. And I also have ways to contribute monetarily, and those donations will go towards my creative endeavors, including building an in-home studio. So all that info is in my description if anybody is interested in supporting and helping in that way. Okay. So now let's see. I guess I can move into this next topic because it's kind of into what we were just talking about regarding music, the healing power of music. Someone asked if I could talk about that. So if anybody in the chat has any comments, questions, or information about the healing power of music, feel free to share it in the chat and I'll read that as well. But I'm going to speak from my understanding of the healing power of music. Now, the healing power of music has different levels and layers to it because, you know, the music itself, the sound, different frequencies or the hertz, they affect us on different levels. They affect us on cellular levels. They affect us on mental levels. And when you add words, then the words with the sound, it has a whole nother effect because the words are going into our subconscious. And you know, music, it can be like a chorus is almost like a chant because it's something that's being repeated over and over, and you're somewhat programming yourself. That's why it's really important to be conscious and aware and intentional about what you are taking in, what you are consuming musically, not just, you know, physically with food and things like that, but what you're taking in, what you're reading, what you're watching, and what you're listening to, because it really does have an effect. You know, I've read stories and I've seen videos of people who have lost their memory due to, you know, getting older and having those kinds of conditions or diseases that cause them to, you know, lose their memory or affect their brain in that way. And then somebody will play some songs, some music, and it will trigger a part of their brain for them to remember things, and they'll get up and they'll start dancing and things like that. And I feel like that's just an example and just like a hint of the potential power, like, of music. It's really, I think it's just so deep, you know. Yeah. And I don't believe that, you know, the power, the healing power of music has to be anything cliche, like the way that somebody would expect it, like to be like this overtly positive word. Like, I think it just has to be something real and relatable, but also having I guess, an optimistic theme or concept, something that helps you to think positive thoughts about yourself, about, you know, the world around you. Or like music that is as if someone is speaking to you and speaking life into you. And I mean, there are more obvious ways of doing that, but there's also, sounds like people are racing somewhere. Dang. But there's also, I don't know if you guys are familiar, I'm sure some of you are, of like those subliminal messages, like tracks where there's music, there may be some solfeggio frequencies playing, or binaural beats, or isochronic tones, but then they'll have like someone saying positive affirmations subliminally, like very, very low, to where you can't really hear it that well with your conscious mind, but your subconscious picks up everything. So your subconscious is picking it up and recording it. So sometimes people go to sleep listening to stuff like that, or they meditate listening to things like that. And honestly, that's something that I'm very interested in doing, because a lot of people like my voice, not just my singing voice, but my speaking voice. I've been told many times that it has a very calming or soothing effect. And so I'm really considering doing those kinds of things, like positive affirmation, subliminal message tracks. Yeah, I would love to do things like that and use my voice in that way. Along with some kind of frequencies like 528 hertz, 963 hertz. I have to do more studying on this, but yeah, that's something that I'm interested in, because honestly, that's something that I was into. I started looking up how to reprogram your subconscious mind, and so I learned about these positive affirmation subliminal tracks, and I was looking different things up on YouTube, and I found some. And honestly, it was difficult for me to find voices that I liked. There were some, but I wanted to hear more black voices over these tracks, because there's a certain quality in the tone of black people's voices that just resonate with me, you know. I mean, I used whatever I could find, but whenever I would find a black voice, I was like, oh, this is really calming and, you know, relatable. So yeah, that's something that I'm really thinking about getting into. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I seen a video like that too. Amazing, isn't it? Like, music is just so, it really is powerful. Dallas Kid 100 says, very much like guided meditation. By the way, I think you would be awesome at one. Thank you. I would like to do that as well. Guided meditations and things like that. I'm not like a certified yogi or anything, so at this time you won't see me doing any guided yoga stuff. But meditations, I may just get into that as well. Majorly Detailed says, yes, your voice is soothing. Yay! Thank you. Dallas Kid 100 says 528 would be perfect. Yes. Farah Hassan says, I thought I heard you say the other day that you learned how to read the Quran in Arabic. Nope, never said that. Only thing that I said like remotely like that, related to that, is that I learned how to recite Al-Fatiha in Arabic. I did not learn how to read it. I didn't learn how to read anything in Arabic. I just learned how to recite Al-Fatiha in Arabic. Yeah, so I don't know how to read anything in Arabic, and that it'll be a while before I learn that, if I ever do, inshallah. But yes, the healing power of music. Oh, I can't even imagine what life would be like without music. I mean, there are many different beautiful art forms out here, but I just feel like, I don't know, would life even, I don't think life could exist without music. Jasmine J says, me either. Seriously, you know? Sound. Sound is so powerful. More powerful than we can even fathom. You know, chanting, wind chimes, the buzzing of a bee, the purring of a cat. All of these things are really beautiful, powerful sounds. They say that the frequencies in the purring of a cat can help to heal bones, and I wouldn't doubt that. You know, there are certain sounds that I experiment with, like my Tibetan singing bowls, and just even experimenting with my own voice, just like maybe humming one note and just allowing myself to feel it like resonating in my mouth and in my head. And sometimes the sounds, they feel so, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I just feel so much from them that I'll just get like chills. And you know, when you're listening to an artist that really sounds good to you and you get chills, like you hear somebody singing so passionately or playing something so passionately that you just get chills, or the combination of notes together, like, you know, the harmonies, they're so beautiful that they give you chills. That's a spiritual thing. It's not just because that person sings well, you know, it's really the frequency that's being carried in the voice, the voices. It's a really, really deep thing. And the more that we who use our voices and use music get in touch with that power, the more beautiful of an existence we'll all be living, because we can help raise the vibration of this planet with music. It's not a spooky thing. It's not a woo-woo thing. It's a real thing. We just have to better understand it and then apply what we have understanding of, and understanding and overstanding, and do it. And this next topic, I think it's connected, although it's a different topic. But I was asked to address this topic, which is the importance of breathing. Breathing, man. You know, it's, what can I say? We cannot live without breath. And I think that it is quite interesting and not coincidental at all that in a lot of languages, the word for breath is the same as spirit. You know, obviously, we need to breathe, we need oxygen to live. When you meditate, one of the ways that helps you to get into a meditative state is to focus on your breath. So whether you're listening to some kind of guided meditation that helps you, or whether you're listening to just a repetitive sound in the background, like an air conditioner or a fan or something, you know, if you pay attention to your breath, pay attention to yourself taking in the deep breath through your nose and allowing your belly to expand, and then hold it for a few seconds and exhale. Just doing that can help your mind calm down and slow down. And you know, when we are in a stressful state, an anxious state, an unsettled state, a lot of times our breaths are very shallow, and a lot of times we're holding our breath unknowingly because we're just so like, you know, and you got to catch yourself when you do that. And you know, it's just a reminder to be present in the moment, because when you're present, that's not happening as much. But yeah, oxygen, we need it so much to function at the highest levels, so that our brains can do what they need to do, and so that our cells can do what they need to do. I was talking with my homegirl the other day about yawning, and when we yawn, you know, it's because we need more oxygen. Our cells are communicating that they need more oxygen in this moment, and so they get our brain to communicate that message, and then we yawn and we take in more oxygen. But I mean, obviously it's important in life in general to breathe. But when you think about different things that you do, if you play sports, if you run, if you are into martial arts or any type of fighting, physical activity, your breath is like a central part of all of those things, because your breath will help with everything. It'll help your endurance, it'll help your longevity, and help you with your balance. If you're not breathing properly in these things, even in singing, if you don't breathe properly, you run out of breath and you sound tired and you can't hold notes as long. Yeah. But just in life, breathing is so important. And I was telling someone recently that I was making a connection. I was making a connection between breathing and smoking. Now, just follow me here. I used to smoke. I used to smoke marijuana, and I enjoyed it a lot. I was doing it all the time at one point. But I started to think that part of the addiction, or part of the dependency that some people develop, has to do with the fact that when you smoke, you're consciously breathing, even though, you know, it's not just oxygen, but there's some oxygen coming in with it. But I started to think that because it was one of the only times that people are consciously breathing, that there's a connection between that the addiction or the dependency and that. Um, because I know like I wasn't addicted to the actual substance of it. You know, I think it was just the habit of doing it, because when I was doing it, I was breathing. I was consciously breathing. I was inhaling and I would hold it for a little bit and then I would exhale and I would watch the smoke. So I really believe that there's a connection between the conscious breathing and the addiction of smoking. So I don't know. I would like to find out more about that. If I don't know, I haven't seen anything online about that connection. If anybody comes across anything like that, let me know, because I believe in that strongly, that there is a connection between those things. Yep. So, does anybody have any comments about anything, whether it has been addressed here in the Zen Zone today or, in general? If you have anything that you'd like to express, that you'd like to share. I see that we have about 4 minutes left, so I think we're making good time this week. I didn't get too carried away. Let's see. Majorly Detailed says, Zewdy, how do you find your people, your tribe? Like the people you can trust. Well, I would say that, to find people that you trust, it takes a while. It takes, getting to know. But I think it just starts with conversation and getting to know one another to a point where you realize that you and this person or these people have a lot of common core values and then like interests in life, and you mutually see how you can benefit one another. Like, I see how I can help this person and this person can do the same, but I guess to like just going about that, I know it's kind of difficult now because people are not really meeting in person, but you know, I would say, I guess the way that you could do that is, as you're on social media or things like that, doing what you do on there, if you come across people that you have similar interests, maybe creating some sort of online group or like a chat room type of thing, like a group me or something like that, where you and these people can communicate together and share the things that you're all interested in and discuss those kinds of things. Yeah. That was one of them four-wheeler type of things. Um, but yeah, that's what I would say. I've been blessed to find my tribe just doing the work. You know, for me, it had to do with just, as I started studying Islam and figuring out how I could be of value or I could be of service to our people, I started to meet people by going to these events, where, like, starting with when we were organizing for the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. That's when I started to meet people of the same just the same substance. And then when I joined the nation, I started to meet some more people with like minds, and then also like through other people, who had a general sense of who I am as a person, and they were like, hey, you know, I think if you met my sister, like you'd get along, and like their judgment of that was correct. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. I hope that was helpful. I'm not sure if it was. Um, Jamon said, I'm behind. I lost signal in the store. Oh, it's all good. I'm almost done here because it is an hour in now. Um, well, if all hearts and minds and spirits are clear, late again, Thad, I'm wrapping up right now. Water. Before I go, um, Jasmine said, you made that look so refreshing. That was no exaggeration. I was parched, okay? Have a blessed birthday weekend. Thank you. Minister Farrakhan is speaking, so hey, how you doing? I'm doing fine. Yeah, that's a blessing in itself. I don't need nothing else. Although I am going to do something here at my house by myself. Big 30 soon, inshallah. It's coming, it's coming. 3-0. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Do I feel 30? Yeah, I guess so. Sometimes I feel like I'm 30,000 years old, and other times I feel 3 years old. I don't know. I'm all of that because I'm ancient and I'm future and I'm present. I'm all of that. But yeah, before I go, I just wanted to remind everyone again, please, for my birthday, tune in to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan at noi.org, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I want from you all. I don't want anything else. I mean, if you want to do something else, that's fine too. But all I want is for you all to tune in to the minister, because I'm telling you, whatever he has to say is for us. And I'm praying that you'll tune in. My parents said they're going to tune in to the minister, and that is big for me because I don't think they ever listen to the minister. Like, I don't think they ever watch lectures. You know, my parents are not Muslim, you know, they're older, different generation. But they told me that for my birthday, they would tune in to the minister, and that means more to me than a lot, than anything really. I mean, I wouldn't care if they didn't get me anything for my birthday. The fact that they said they're gonna tune in really like made my whole week. Like, I'm just feeling like, praise be to Allah. Oh, okay. I felt that 30,000. You feel me? Can we discuss it next week if the Lord will? Can we discuss what exactly? LOL at Zewdy not burning bridges. That's so cool. Isn't it cool? Live from NYC. What you talking about, burning bridges? I feel like that just went over my head. The lecture? Oh, can we discuss it? Yeah, yes. Please, let us. Let us. I would love to. By Wednesday next week, I should have fully digested it. Hopefully. Because sometimes when he comes out to speak, like when it's a live thing and it's dealing with present day things, sometimes I have to like just go back and listen again and again. But I think by Wednesday, I should have had enough time to process and digest and really think over the things that were said, and then I'll be ready to discuss it with you all. But I'm really looking forward to it so much. I really feel like it's a birthday gift from God. God was like, Zewdy, for your birthday, the minister is speaking. Yay! But as I said last week, it's a gift to us all. It's a gift for us all. Not just me. Just, just because it's my birthday. I mean, I'm not the only person born on July 4th. But, yeah. I hope he goes in on the ones that deserve it. So, ain't it crazy you've been doing these for almost 3 months? Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it really don't feel that long, but it's great. I mean, I enjoy coming on here and talking with you all and, reading your comments and your perspectives and your questions and your responses and your takes on things. It's pretty cool. It's a cool way to connect. But yeah, it is kind of crazy. I've been doing this 3 months. But, God willing, I'll keep expanding and exploring the possibilities of this thing because, I mean, the internet is great. And the fact that we can do this is amazing. 20 years ago, this wasn't even a thought to the majority of people. I'm sure the scientists knew, the computer scientists, they knew that these things would be possible someday. But, the common folk, we ain't know. 20 years ago, we didn't know we'd be able to communicate like this. So, it's so cool. Oh, I'm really grateful for this growing community. Me too. It's so great. And I'm gonna have to watch the beginning of today's. Yes, go back and check it out and see the things that we spoke on. I was putting quarters in payphones 20 years ago. Exactly. You know, there weren't cell phones everywhere. A couple people had some big bulky joints. But yeah. Well, you all, please tune into the minister on Saturday. And oh, I didn't sing something. Oh, this is the thing that I don't know why this always happens, but I don't think of a song ahead of time, and I need to do that because I don't know. I don't even know what I want to sing right now. I'm not sure. Zewdy, why do you do this? Sing a B-Day song to myself? uh, Sing Whitney Houston. Oh. What Whitney Houston song? Jasper. Hi. He's so cute. I can just look at him all the time. Look at him being cute. And he's so cute. Yeah. Okay. Let's sing one of your favorites. One of my favorites. I feel like I sang all my favorites in the past couple of weeks. I sang I sang Donny Hathaway, a song for you, right? Did I do that one time? Jasper be chilling. He be big chilling, just chilling hard. This is all I really know. Patrice Rushen. What are my favorite songs? Forgive me, y'all. I don't even know. Help. I think you sang that on the first or second one. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I did a song for you. Greatest Love of All. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, that must have been another live. Yes. I think I did that on, I was on my friend Joshua Muhammad. He has a podcast, a video podcast called The People's Podcast on Facebook. And I did The Greatest Love of All on there. But I could do that here. That's one of my favorite Whitney songs, so that's great. I think it's rather appropriate. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everyone is searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of lead you to a lonely place, oh, find your strength in love. Thanks, Jasper. Thank you guys. Yay! Jasper, you want to say peace to everyone? Peace. And your healed paw. We did it, Jasper. We did it. We did it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was a request from Jamond. So thank you so much for that, because that was a great choice. And everyone enjoyed it, and I enjoyed singing it, because I mean every word of that song as if I wrote it. Obviously, I did not. Jasper did heal fast. He healed like within a week's time. I'm so thankful. So thankful, because he can do his cat thing. But yes, I enjoyed my time here with you all. I'm so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you, for your time, for your energy, for your presence and your attention, your contributions, everything. I don't take it for granted. I look forward to it every week. And I look forward to connecting with you all again next week. And feel free to contact me on my other platforms. You know, I'm on Twitter, this is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook as well. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you all again in the Zen Zone. Thank you.